There's a security deposit refund for an apartment you rented in 2021, the letter said. I've lived in my house since 2015. I've never rented. I turned the envelope over like it might change what was inside. The check was made out to me. $1,200 from Pinecrest Property Management for an apartment at 445 Larkspur Drive, Unit 7B. My name, my social security number. But I'd never set foot in that building in my entire life. I called the property company immediately. Yes, Mr. Donovan, we have you on file as a former tenant. You paid rent for 11 months, then broke your lease early. The refund was delayed due to a processing error. I never rented from you. This has to be identity theft. The woman paused. Sir, you signed the lease in person. We have your driver's license on file. Our leasing agent met with you directly. I drove there that afternoon. The manager pulled up my file and turned her screen toward me. There was my face, my driver's license, my signature on a 12-page lease agreement. That's definitely my picture, I admitted. But I didn't sign this. She looked at me like I was crazy. Mr. Donovan, you came in 3 times during your tenancy. Once to sign, once for a maintenance request, once to return keys. Someone who looked exactly like me had rented an apartment for 11 months, showed up multiple times, used my identity flawlessly. My wife Nadia was skeptical when I told her. Maybe you're misremembering? 2021 was strange. Weeks blended together. I would remember renting a secret apartment. Would you though? You forgot our anniversary last year. I drove to 445 Larkspur Drive. Unit 7B was occupied now by a young couple who knew nothing. But the neighbor across the hall remembered. The guy in 7B, quiet, kept to himself, had a woman over sometimes. Pretty brunette. My blood went cold. Nadia was a brunette. What did he look like? Your height, your build. Never saw his face clearly. Always wore sunglasses and a baseball cap. I hired a private investigator named Sullivan who specialized in identity fraud. This is sophisticated, he said after digging. Whoever did this had access to your personal documents. Social security card, license, bank statements. This wasn't random. This was someone very close to you. Someone close to me. I started watching Nadia differently, noticing things I'd ignored. How she always checked the mail first. How she kept her phone face down. How she disappeared for hours in 2021, claiming she was visiting her sick sister. Sullivan called a week later. The maintenance request at the apartment listed a phone number that isn't yours. He read it to me. When I searched it, my heart stopped. Registered to Nadia's mother's address. A phone I didn't know existed. I confronted Nadia that night, set the lease on the kitchen table. Explain this. She looked at the papers, then at me. Then she started crying. I didn't want you to find out like this. Find out what? That you rented an apartment using my identity? It's not what you think. Then tell me what it actually is. Nadia wiped her eyes. I have a brother. Had a brother. His name was Jeffrey. He was in trouble with dangerous people. Owed money to someone who would have killed him. He needed somewhere to hide. So you stole my identity to rent him an apartment? I couldn't use my name. They would have found him. Your identity was clean. No connections to his world. He lived there for 11 months under my name. He was safe there for a while. Her voice cracked. He died in February 2022. Overdose. That's why the lease ended early. I sat down because my legs wouldn't hold me. You had a brother you never told me about. Hiding from criminals. Living under my name. And you never mentioned any of this? I was trying to protect everyone. Us? There is no us if you're keeping secrets this massive. He was my brother. He was dying, and I saved him for 11 months. I'm not sorry for that. I looked at the woman I'd been married to for 8 years, living a parallel life I knew nothing about. What else haven't you told me? She was quiet for too long. There's a storage unit, Jeffrey's things. Sullivan helped me track it down. What we found explained everything. Boxes of cash, false documents, evidence of crimes I didn't want to understand. Jeffrey hadn't just been hiding from criminals. He'd been one of them, and my wife had used my identity to help him disappear. The police got involved. Nadia was charged with identity theft and fraud. She claimed she did it for family. Maybe she did. But she made me complicit in crimes I never knew existed. Our divorce was finalized 6 months later. I moved across the country with nothing but the $1,200 check that unraveled my entire life.